Hey everyone, so I know that I haven't made a video in a couple weeks, and sorry about that. I've just had like a really rough couple weeks, and I don't know, I just have been really tired lately. I take multiple naps throughout the day, and my sister has gotten home from college for her summer break, so I've been spending time with family. So that's kind of what's been going on in my life. Also, there hasn't been a whole lot that has happened since I figured out the gender, in terms of like things that are exciting or things to talk about. Um, but I did go to the doctor yesterday. It was kind of like, it wasn't an emergency visit, but it was a quickly scheduled visit. I would say for the last 2 weeks I've been getting migraines every day. And it's definitely something that has slowed me down a lot, and I do sleep a lot because of it. And so I had scheduled an appointment because we go on vacation in 10 days, and I wanted to make sure everything was okay before we left for vacation. So I scheduled a quick appointment. I went in, and my husband couldn't be there with me, so my sister went. And I wasn't sure if they were going to do an ultrasound or not because I was mainly going for my headaches, which he told me that he's not concerned about them, especially since they started just like recently during pregnancy. Like, he's not concerned that it's an outside cause. He thinks that it's just pregnancy related, and it's something that some people get and you just can't avoid. He did offer to prescribe me like a narcotic, like a pain reliever, but he's like, that has side effects on the baby. And I was like, no way. Like, I will deal with them. I don't like taking medication to begin with. I don't even like taking the Tylenol that I do take. So he's like totally understood. He's like, well, you can try taking caffeine. I'm like, well, I quit caffeine almost 2 years ago. Yeah, almost exactly 2 years ago now. And like, I don't want to start intaking caffeine again, but I might start doing like decaf because that has like minimal caffeine in it. So that's an option. But other than that, he didn't seem worried. Every visit, they check the proteins in your urine, and everything was clear for me. So that's good news. And gosh. And sorry. And we did get to see the baby. He wanted to go ahead and check, since it had been 3 weeks since we actually had seen the baby. And I was actually nervous because even though I am a first-time mom, I started to recognize the patterns of her movements at 10 weeks, which everybody says is very early, but I'm hypersensitive, as we've talked about, so I could feel them. And basically, she was like starting like to get really powerful, and I could feel her like fluttering or quickening or whatever you want to call it. I could feel her moving around a lot. And then about middle of my 12-week mark, she kind of slowed down a little bit, and it was kind of concerning me. So I was like, okay, like I was scared because she just kind of stopped. So I was really relieved to see that she's A-okay. She's gotten a lot bigger. I was 13.2. Baby was measuring 13.6, so almost 14 weeks when we seen. At first, she was kind of like, she wasn't really moving. She was sitting like straight up and down, which was odd, instead of like laying on her back or like face down like most babies. She was sitting up and down in my womb, which is weird. And she was like looking down in her lap. And at first, like, she hadn't really been moving, but like her heart rate was 160, so it's slowly going down. But he was not concerned. He said, that normally, like, the highest heart rate that is considered normal for early on is like up in the 180s, 190s. And he said it'll go down the bigger she gets. So, she's right on past. She was let's see, she was 178, then she went to 175, then she went to 165, and now she's at 160. But he wasn't concerned at all. She did start kind of moving a little bit and, like, you know, kicking her hands and her feet. And he was trying to get a potty shot to look at, like, the gender. Well, as soon as he seen her, he's like, oh, it's a girl. And I was like, oh, did he see something, like, to confirm that, you know, what Sneak Peek had told me? But he was purely speculating at that point. And he's like, well, let's try to see. So he kept trying to, like, move the ultrasound to, like, get her to move. And, like, it was so funny because he would, like, be down near her legs, and she, like, took her hand, like, all 5 fingers, and just, like, stuck it out right in front of, like, the ultrasound, like, right where he was looking. She just, like, and you could see, like, she definitely did, like, this. You could see, like, all 5 of her fingers, and she just, like, put her hand there, and it was just so cute. And, like, she was not participating in us looking at that point. She did not want us to look, and so we cut it off, and we're like, okay, you know, but she's moving. She's gotten a lot bigger. I did not get pictures because this was considered like an emergency visit, but, like, it wasn't like I scheduled it like 3 days. I was like, oh, you know, like, you know, sometime this week. It was, you know, it just wasn't one of my normal visits. So he went ahead and let me see and my sister see and hear the heartbeat, but I didn't get any pictures or anything. I didn't get the measurement, so I don't know how big she is, but I can tell you that she is, I would say, triple what she was last time. She looks very big now. Like, you could see her bones. You could see, like, her spine and everything. So, like, her bones are hardening. She's definitely developing. She's developing nicely. So that was really comforting to see that she's okay, and that, you know, even though she's kind of slowed down on the movement a little bit, that is completely normal. And today I felt her a couple times. She's kind of kicked me. Well, I wouldn't call them kicks, because they're not kicks. She more of flutters, but, like, I can definitely feel her, like, hitting my belly. She's done it a couple times today already, so she seems to be okay. But I haven't had a headache in 2 days, knock on wood. So I'm not sure why that is, but sometimes I just don't get them for a couple days, and then I get them for, like, weeks straight, with this pregnancy at least. Migraines run in my family, though. My sister, like, got them when she was little, and she still gets them, and my mom gets them to the point where she has to go to the hospital, so who knows, really. But as I said, I'm going to I can tell you that the pregnancy brain is very, very strong right now. I forget, like, little things. I, like, go to put dirty dishes in the fridge, and, like, I get tongue-tied a lot, and, like, it is definitely kind of, like, I don't know, like, I kind of feel, like, slow or ditzy. Like, I do trip over things. My center of balance is definitely off. Like, I'm very clumsy now, so there's that. But I can't even remember what I was going to say now. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, like, I'm going to cut this video short now, just because, like, I don't have a lot to update you guys on. The next time you'll see me, I will be in Florida for our baby moon. We're taking my little sister with us, so it's kind of not really like a baby moon. Like, we're taking her with us because my mother is, I think my bra strap's twisted, isn't that the worst? My mother is going with her brother and, like, his kids down to sell their timeshare in West Palm, and so she is, like, a driver for them. Long story, but whatever. She's a driver for them. So she's going with them. That's all the room in their car. Well, we're going at the same time, but not, like, it's purely coincidence. We're going to Daytona, which is, you know, a couple hours north, like 3 hours, 3-4 hours north. And so that leaves my sister here, home from college for summer break by herself for, you know, like a couple weeks while we're all in Florida. And I felt really bad. And, like, I was like, I can't just, like, leave her here. Like, I just felt really terrible. So I offered for her to come with us. So that'll be interesting. So there's a couple things that she's not going to do with us, though. We are going to a concert, which I think I've talked about before. I think I've talked about my vacation before, but we're going to a concert, and then we're going to go to Universal Studios. and just do some fun things before before the baby comes and we're able to not enjoy not having a kid, I guess. So, yeah, we're also going to look for some houses down in Daytona. I lived there previously, like I've said before, and I really love it. It's where I want to live, so if we can find something great. If we can't, whatever. I'll probably still end up staying here until the baby's delivered, just so my husband can use his vacation days for the baby, because he'll have about a week or two saved up by the time the baby comes. So, other than that, I think that's all I have for you guys. My hair's blue. I don't know if I talked about it or not, but I hate it. It's a really long story, and I don't feel like getting into it right now. But it was a mistake, and I paid $260 for it. Now I feel like I kind of got to explain it. I'll try to explain it really quick. So I went in because I wanted to do like a blue root drop with a blonde, with blonde hair. So it was going to be kind of like an ombre. And basically the salon lady, like, she refused to pull my hair, like process it more than once. She said my ends are fried, which is cool. I was like, cool, we'll just put the blue roots and then I'll come back in like a month and we can pull it again. Like, I was fine with having like crappy colored hair until then. Like, I've dealt with it. Well, she like basically refused. She's like, no, let me put like a darker color on it. Let me put like a purple or something on it so it's not like, because I had blue roots and this ugly like gray blonde trashy looking hair, and I was like, I don't care. She's like, no, let's, put something on it. So I was like, well, just do all blue. Like, I don't want like some kind of crazy like blue purple ombre. Like, I just didn't want it. So she did it all blue, and like little did I know she like charged me for it. Like, we had a set price, but then it's just I don't know. Like, I just got charged $260 for my hair to be blue, and it's just really upsetting. So like that's what this like little mess is right here. This like blonde streak. I just bleached it today to see how my hair would react to bleach, like actual bleach that'll turn it blonde. And I think it did pretty well. Like, it's still kind of bluey, but it didn't do too bad. And I did trim the ends, but the ends weren't that bad either. I think I explained this to you in my tutorial if you watched like how to bleach your hair with that. So if I was repetitive, I apologize, as I said. Okay, so I'm really going to cut this short. I'm just going to do a quick belly shoot so you guys can see how big my belly's getting. And if I was wearing shorts, I would pull it up and actually show you my belly, but kind of in a dress, and then you're going to see like my underwear, and I don't want to post my underwear everywhere for everybody to see. So here's the belly. I think my husband's home. That's what that is. So there's the belly, but I'm going to cut this short. Sorry guys, that was my mom who had stopped by to visit. So as I was showing you, like, really, this is my belly. It's still like a cute little bump. It's definitely rising. I wouldn't say it got bigger. I would say that it's moving up, and it's hardening. It's like right under my belly button now. So I think everything's how it's supposed to be. So that's that. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. So I will see you next week in Daytona when I'm there, and I'll just do like a couple little blog sessions here and there, just to kind of talk about being in Florida and stuff. I always like watching other people's videos when they're on vacation, just because it kind of puts me in like vacation mode, and it's just really nice. So anyway, as I said, I'll do a couple when we're there and when we're out and about and stuff like that. And other than that, I will see you guys next week. So thank you for being patient with me. Pregnancy's been very, very rough on me, unfortunately. But I'm hanging in there. Depending on how you look at it, I'm in the second trimester. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm still really tired and just really hungry all the time now. So other than that, I will keep you guys updated if anything extremely exciting happens. Other than that, see you next week.